The grommets I scavenged off the headlight assembly yesterday evening fit nicely. Here one for the tank, at least so far they look like they will. More importantly, here. So I can really attach the tank how I want it to, so I can figure out the holes to drill for the rally fairing. Nice. Right, so this is going to be a bit tricky to get the rally fairing on right, because you don't want to make holes that you got to plug. Now you see that rubber there, rubber cushion? I removed the bolt from behind it so it comes back, because it was pushing the fairing too much forward and this wasn't lining up. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's all very similar to Africa Twin, but maybe there might be little differences. Plus, this frame has been to hell and back, so it might be doing something. But that tank seems to be 96% 7 spot on. So what I'm going to do for now is lower the console with this, this support here till I get the right level, and then I can work better with where I want to go. And I think the first hole I'm going to drill is here. I've seen a lot of pictures now of the rally fairing, and consistently it seems to go around here. Well, there you go, you have this hole here anyway, this little plug. Well, once that is in, that should give me a good indication of where the holes on the side need to go. Took off the electric and the headlight bulbs from the assembly here to make it easier to maneuver around to work with the bolts here. I was talking to Grant yesterday. A fellow helped me before with swing arm and gave me some advice on electrical stuff. Turns out I come across before mention of a relay to use the twin headlight, and he talked about it, and it seems like a very good idea. It seems like a good idea also because the Boano light comes with two 35-watt bulbs, which is pretty weak. And Grant, right off the bat, was saying, "Yep, you know, you got to chuck 60 in there," and I agree. But I imagine he might have done that for a reason, so that adds up to 70, and basically that's, you know, the juice of the bulb that was in there before, a bit more. Now you add almost double of that, you might have an issue. So there's online, those relays are available, but not short term, but it's something that's going on the list that I can get. In the meantime, once it's done, to get on the road, I'll just use one, or I can go back to two weaker ones.
Like a movie. I'm looking for the baseball bat.
Baseball bat, What's that? What are the box? How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
What's up, Aaron? Stupid. I was going to drill a tiny little pilot hole there in a hole to see if it aligned properly, because I figured too much wiggling to the right, too much wiggling to the left. Let's get a point in the center and work from there. And then I was talking about Georgian positioning, and I said the tank could still move a bit. There's the tank, and it's almost going to do it. And then I realized, wait a second, there's also vertical play. And that's when I decided, yeah, screw it. Let's go check the other tank now. So I walked back, scavenged some more parts, old Transalp. And what do you know, what I grab off the tank? Some grommets and whatnot. And this bloody thing. I think it might be pretty useful now. So that would have almost been very silly. Or maybe the hole perfectly aligns now, but I've completely overlooked this piece. Put those back too, because yeah, screws, but plugs. Of course, the plugs. Real handy stuff to have, right? This is the one I put in there. It wasn't original. You know what? It's just, it never, when I was rebuilding the bike in Australia after the crash, it never occurred to me, like, why don't you try and get the proper second-hand part? It's just so wildly available. But I didn't know what I know now. And it's just crazy looking back. I could have just gotten second-hand from Europe. It would have been fine. Get this grill off. Who knows what we can do with this grill. Put this on now. Make quite the difference. Nope, gotta take off the other bits. The sun is out, we need to get on that painting. Beautiful day to put on a top coat. But the wheels are gonna need a bit of prep in some areas. See, it took me a while to understand to put the hook like that yesterday, and I was fooling around so much. Just look at that. I bent them, bent the ends more, and it barely touches. But you gotta watch out for this. This is stupid. Anyway, need to sand down some areas of dirt. You can see those little bits. See, there's a lot of crap on the rear wheel. Part of me is like, who cares about on the inside of the hub? There's so much dust there that you know how dirty it gets there. You can't reach it. Now imagine if you have all these impurities. Imagine if you have all these imperfections that are holding on to mud and sand and dust and water. It's, nah, let's do it. Got myself a tack cloth last time I was in a paint shop. I put it to good use here. Smell nice. Smell soapy. Scented. Oh yeah, this is definitely catching heaps of crap. Right, there's that. Rims are ready for the top coat. Again, that took some more time. You ever paint rims? Take into account that it will take time. And now the sun's around the corner, unfortunately. Alright, that was the first layer. How much paint left? I barely got some left to do the crash bars when we get to that. So 2 layers at most. I'm not going to do the insides on the rims because forget about that. That's been epoxy primed anyway. Spray gun's working like a bloody charm. You see it? No escaping air. Gave it a very, very, very good clean, proper one again. And probably stating the obvious here, but they need to be cleaned really, really, really well. Every couple of sprays, I reckon. That's working really nice. Good stuff. Sun's out still. It's disappearing. Days are getting shorter, and this isn't even the shortest day yet. Right, now I'm gonna make that little hole now. While the top coat dries off a bit. I'll be back at painting in 15. Temperature's in the shadow already. 9.5. Not ideal. Here we go. I think I got something good going on. With regards to this here. This didn't come with instructions, by the way. I don't know if it should. Oh. I'm just basically a free ball in here. Round two. I have finished the last of the top coats, a little bit more. Right, let's do this. Slightly higher. It's gonna be interesting. Shit, let's see. Let's see, go higher.